So I hit that recording, John. All right. And when I hit upload recordings after that, it say please stay in the studio until your recordings are done uploading.
All my niggas out there, let's get right into it. Yeah.
I still can't hear you, boy. And I guess we see.
What up, y'all? You know who it is. Your boy
I can hear the music
right now with Chris Strong. Shout out to Camden, New Jersey. All my niggas out there. Let's get right into it. Yeah.
BTBTV.
Yeah, I can't hear you at all. I can hear Chris John though.
Chris John, man. Yo, born, let's get him, man. Yeah. Yeah. Right now. Never off plan. Used to get busy with them guns in my hand. 4 or 5 or a black 9 with a grand in my pocket and beef cool as a fan. BTBTV, we are not playing. Y'all just talk, we back it up and down. Sideways, F what y'all saying. We Kyrie and Kanye. This a boss talk, so you clowns should just fly away. Yeah. Hop on the bridge, throw your frame off the highway. This not a game, this is business, this my way. Real talk, your opinion is nothing to us. We gon' stay chill.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Violate, but it's not fair. We could be cool or your worst nightmare. We the best, I swear. And you could be my friend or enemy, I don't care. And you better be aware. Cause we coming for the whole pie and we don't share. No, it just ain't fair. We the best, I swear. We the best, I swear.
Let's rewind this shit, yo.
Project politics, my mood concept.
Let's rewind. Let's get back to politics. Let's get popping, man. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. I know I'm flamed out today. Flamed down the street.
You know who it is. Your boy
Let's get it.
I mean, right now with Chris Strong. Shout out to Camden, New Jersey. All my niggas out there.
Chris Strong.
Let's get right into
it. My little brother from New Jersey.
Yeah.
BTBTV.
Yo.
Chris Strong, man. Yo, born, let's get him, man.
We got him, bro. We got him. Let's get it.
Yeah. Right now off plan. Used to get busy with them guns in my hand. 4 or 5 or a black 9 with a grand in my pocket and beef cool as a fan. BTBTV, we are not playing. Y'all just talk, we back it up and down. Sideways, F what y'all saying. We Kyrie and Kanye. This a boss talk, so you clowns should just fly away. Yeah. Hop on the bridge, throw your frame off the highway. This not a game, this is business, this my way. Real talk, your opinion is nothing to us. We gon' stay on chill, long as y'all don't violate, but it's not fair. We could be cool or your worst nightmare. We the best, I swear. And you could be my friend or enemy, I don't care. And you better be aware. Cause we coming for the whole pie and we don't share. We just ain't
connection. New Jersey, Philly,
we the best,
Virginia
I
connection.
Swear.
Well,
the best, I stay up in the mix. Project politics, my mood concept. Ain't well known from the hood to the sticks. 100 on the highway, flying so fast, burn the gears when I shift. Some people kick dirt on your name, what shoes you gave them. Broke your back for them and they got the nerve to play you. Kick raps, door off, pushed and shoved my way through. Bum rush the kitchen, put my floor up on the menu. The jealousy be hitting up in jokes. That's why I stay serious like David Banner turned in the Hulk in pure form like the Pope. Haters get infrared beams with the scope, so run and get ghost. We fight good, boxed like Floyd on the ropes. I'm the great black hope. Man, we the team and they know it coast to coast and it just ain't fair.
Only kill, no doubt. So
we could be cool or your worst nightmare. We the best, I swear. And you can be my friend or enemy, I don't care. And you better be aware. Cause we coming for the whole pie and we don't share. No, it just ain't fair. We the best. If you with us, put your lighters in the air. No, it just ain't fair.
BTTV, niggas. Bully the fucking bullies. We bully the fucking bullies, nigga. We got New Jersey fathers in here. PMD Streets, Chris Strong. Salute to my little brother Christian, the Prince of New Jersey. We holding it down for 2025 and beyond.
Show them how we do this, man. BTBTV.
We bully the bullies.
No run, no retreat. Yeah. BTBTV.
One more time, y'all in the back. Y'all slow and just
ride. Yo, John Gotti flow, rap pop below. Escobar status, rap game, Corleone. I can show you how you lay back and watch the pop.
Salute,
Stay
Monique,
away from
salute.
devious women, end up like Papa Snow. Y'all wake up every day twitching like yo, I got a post. I wake up every day mission. It's $1 million notes. Dominoes, bodies drop, rot stink like hollow toast. Broadway, man, if you know, then you know. I came for everything they said I couldn't have. Got that and then some, and then some. I went to overload, say y'all overdose. Your rappers in the tight squeeze and that clutch like Cobra rope. The okie doke, we don't go for that. All she wrote, another tale from the street, death and horror flow. The projects like a ghost try and haunt your soul. Another tale from the street, homicide the folks who want to play till them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street, black mafia. So dark, mixed with Al Capone. Another tale from the street, like an opera show. These kids be acting to their life movie, curtain closed. Nowadays your foes will plot you wearing Malcolm X hats, 666, the devil on his shoulder, won the death match. Reminiscing when more street ninjas was off the hook, chasing D's above the block, trying to run and get the force, blood on pavement. He's 12 years old and he tough to play with. He don't go to playground. This is fiends who want their veins thick. We can't miss. We can hit the target with our hands behind our back, our eyes closed and half brain.
Don't play with us.
Another tale from the street, death
and horror flow.
The projects like a ghost trying.
Yo.
Another tale.
Let's start this off right. Let me jump up in here, man. Show who I am, yo. This is the King of New Jersey's BTBTV. We bully the bullies. I'm your honorable host, born divine almighty Allah. I got the Hub blogger, SB Twiz, the Hub blogger. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. He got the fire interviews with the notorious Philly gangsters, rappers, street sweepers, whatever you want in Philly, you can get it from the Hub blogger. He got
Appreciate you, Born. Y'all know how we carry it, and man, we about to run this joint up. Make sure I get them likes up and all that.
Hey, yo, before we start, yo, let me say a peace to the 5% nation of God's and earth. Salam alaikum, alhamdulillah, rahmat to Allah, to all the true Muslim brothers and sisters out there. This is the King of New Jersey. This is BTBTV. We bully the bullies. I'm your honorable host, born divine almighty Allah. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got the Hub block SB Twiz with me. And yo, what we doing there is, man, we want to touch, man, I don't know, man. I think Dash got diddled by the Diddler. I don't know what the Hub blocker said, but yo, in them pics, yo, did you see Diddy mama in the back? Was she the madam? She had the blonde, the blue wig on, standing in the back of everybody, like she was running to call all the shots.
That was Diddy.
Did you
mama
see that,
Joe?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, they out of pocket.
That was Mrs. Combs. Miss Combs.
Yeah, they out of pocket for that one. I ain't even peeped that was Diddy mama.
That was the Diddler's mother, man. Long live the Diddler, right? I don't know. I ain't gonna say long live that. I ain't gonna say long live the Diddler, but hold on. I'm gonna show. Hold on, 1 second. Who just? Where did we just get that picture from, bro? You should be. Was that?
I'm right.
MR.EASTWICK. I'm about to use some MR.EASTWICK shit real quick. You know what I'm saying? And yo, this is fair use for educational purposes only. This is for entertainment purposes only. So MR.EASTWICK, don't get mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm shining some light on you, bro. You know how we do now. We family, nigga. Share the love, share the wealth, nigga. That's all I'm saying. Share the love, share the wealth. Hold on, let me put this up. Let me share the screen. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I ain't trying to be greedy, but I want to dip my beak in this shit, nigga. You got fat when we all starve, nigga. You got fat when we starve, nigga. Share the love, spread the wealth, and wreck. Yeah, boy. That's how we doing it. Yeah, boy. Man, come on, man. You know, she got. Here we go, right here. No, I want to know your music up here because I don't want you to know.
On Diddy is sad. Period.
Hold up. I mean,
my thoughts on Diddy is sad. Period. It's just sad and crazy and it's shocking. You know, that shit happened in the Hamptons. That's the day I met that me and Aaliyah. You know, we hung out there and then we left. And it was 20 years ago. That was not in LA or Miami. But I know they're gonna play games with them pictures.
Peace, worlds. MR.EASTWICK for MR.EASTWICK TV.
Yeah, it's MR.EASTWICK TV.
We got an interesting clip right here. Dame Dash finally breaks silence on Diddy getting arrested. Also addresses the leaked photos that came out on Twitter with him being at Diddy's Hamptons party with Jay-Z, Aaliyah, Busta, Jay.
All right, man. Hold on, man. What I want to know is, though, SP Twins. What I want to know is, how the hell are you dating a teenager, and why the hell you in a party with Diddy in a big ass bed, all y'all laid up?
That's what they always leave out a lot. You know what I'm saying? Is the age they be ducking around that, John. They be trying to say they was all young. But she was definitely a teenager, and on top of that, like you said, out of all the pictures, why y'all got to take that joint in the bed, though?
That bed big as hell. My room was bigger. I have a bed like that.
They said Diddy bed in his crib. They said that joint like 50 feet.
50 feet. Well, I know when I say secure him. I'll go in the room, check for the room for like bugs and stuff like that. We had a bug since we checked for bugs and all that shit. A great bit of peace to the God. I see you, man. Just noticed that, man. But yo, we check for bugs and stuff like that. Make sure no hidden cameras in there. And I go back out now. Either I'll be at the front of the door of the hotel, or I'll be in the other room on the side, because we always had to join the room, so in case anything happened, I can just come through the door. You know what I'm saying? Man. So that's what that was. But yo, like I said, I told people, I bought it off of Diddy in 2007 when he was in Atlanta for some time. In 2013 when he was in Charlotte for some time. I wasn't like one of his regular on-duty bodyguards every day, because I was only there when he came to the town, and they requested me because I held down many in the tent. Well, where I had a Pimp C and everybody else, they requested me, they respected me. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Pimp C again. And shout out to one of my main men, Shorty Low. Rest in peace to him, man. Shorty, me and Pimp C and Shorty Low, them the ones I held down the hardest, you know what I'm saying? Pause. I don't want none of these clown niggas saying, oh, you held them down the hardest. Nah, man, I held them down. Me and Shorty Low, we went to battle with TIP's entertainment company, you know what I'm saying? We was beefing with them niggas. We in clubs, tearing clubs up. The Velvet Room, all that. We tore that shit up in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, even though old boy is a rat now, but his name was what's his guy name again? Shit, he was T.I. bodyguard, one of his artists. Alpha Mega. Alpha Mega. I don't care what nobody say. I call this dude a rat all y'all want. But this dude was a certified gangster, a killer, a head knocker, yo. He was a certified gangster, killer, a head knocker, bruh. Real talk. Diddy's baby, yo. The FBI actually found 1,001 bottles of baby. I slipped away and escaped. Salute, Born Divine. Salute to you, bruh. I'm glad you escaped, bruh. Glad the Diddler didn't get you. But what I'm talking about is like, yo, SV Twiz, I'm about to put you on the screen so you can talk, bro. You tell me what you think about this, man. And we don't.
Yeah, I think the joint is crazy because they had a time where they all was on top of the world. So regardless of what was going on, a lot of times, at that time they felt like they was untouchable because that type of stuff been going on in the industry as far as how they was moving. You think about that, people wasn't really getting locked up for stuff like that back then, bro.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? You could take the industry as far as back with like Elvis, the stuff he was doing. So they thought that they was, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Don't forget Buddy Holly. What's that nigga? No, not Buddy Holly. What's that other nigga name? That played the guitar. That played the piano. Not Buddy Holly. The other nigga that played the piano. That married his 13-year-old. He married his 13-year-old cousin, a white boy. I want to say Buddy Holly. Oh, what's his name? Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Oh yeah, I know that song. I can't think of boy name though.
Damn, what's his name? Yo, Chris Charles, I sent you the link, man. Make sure you tap in, man. You in the entertainment industry, man. We gotta get points for you too. We gotta get word for you too. But yo, all these dudes, Elvis Presley married his first cousin, right?
I know it was somebody young. I don't know if it was his cousin or not. I know he was dealing with little girls though.
He was dealing with little girls, yeah. Jerry Lee Lewis, Alan, man, hold up. What's Alan, hold up. Yeah, Alan Blinkerin. Salute, bro. I appreciate that. Jerry Lee Lewis, that was his name. The blonde hair nigga that was messing with the little girl. I think it was his cousin.
Yeah, they out of pocket. Chris Jones, salute, bro.
Salute all day, bro. We know how we do, man. This Jersey Philly connect is always fire. But yeah, go ahead, hood blogger.
Yeah, so my whole joint is this. Even the stuff that we're hearing about, like with Diddy and all of that stuff been going on. Like the rappers and all that, they already knew about that. Also with Dame Dash, because I remember Choke No Joke, he was talking about one time I think they was in like the UK or something like that. And Choke No Joke said they was going over there. They was messing with like the young girls and all that stuff. So they always in that party life. You know what I'm saying? My whole joint is like back then, you got Dame in his prime. He much more laid back now and all that, but obviously you see he was with the shenanigans back then for sure.
But yo, let's see what Dame Dash have to say. Listen to the MR.EASTWICK. This is fair use for entertainment and research purposes only. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. We're gonna listen to this, then we're gonna get back to
Low, Andre Harrell, and a gang of others in that big colossal bed doing God knows what, allegedly. Also, he fires back on Steve Stout interview on the Pivot, warns Steve Stout to leave him alone, and he says subliminally, Jay-Z's them. And you're gonna have to watch the video. I ain't gonna give you no timestamps, gotta put work in. And he's also talking about that fly-ass network he got, America New. All right? So hit the like, hit the bell, hit the subscribe.
Trump's Project 2025 agenda will give him unchecked political power with no guardrails. And it would take...
Watch this clip and let's vibe.
I guess this week, like the last couple of weeks, I was trying to get as much as I could get off of, people saying my name in a certain vein and use that to showcase my network. And now I feel like it's launched or somewhat launched and people having an understanding of what it is. And then, there's the reasonable doubt shit, the things that are going on with that. But the things that are going on in the world, I just feel like are so much more important or just impactful. The fact that if people are even speaking about these little situations, as if I could still affect the world in this way, then, must be doing all right. But, I always try to give my take on certain things and what's going on in pop culture. how people could learn from my mistakes. I think that's always going to be important. I think transparency is key. You know, I feel like, being honest and not hiding things, I feel like there's less judgment, and I don't see the purpose of hiding things. So I'm just fully transparent, and I just try to motivate people and showcase, what a real dream is to fight for. You know what I mean? So I was really excited this week because we dropped the Fast channel for Applefish Kids. And it always bugs me out because, me being in hip hop and based on the temperature, all the things that are going on now, it would be good to showcase someone from hip hop that's doing something in education for the kids. But for some reason, no one talks about that. But those aren't the things that go viral. And I don't know why. Is it because it's a functional part of our culture? And why wouldn't we want to showcase this part of hip hop? The part of hip hop where we actually take matters into our own hands and, make our own curriculums and write our own books and make our own television network just solely about children's programming and education. Why? How come that's not what everyone's talking about? And it's crazy because people will sit there and watch people do things that could be immoral, but until they get caught, no one says anything. Whether it's illegal or immoral. For me, I just break out. I don't wait for people to get busted. I don't wait for someone else to say that they're doing something wrong. If something's against my moral fabric, then I'm moving on. And, I make a choice to maybe walk away from some money or walk away from a relationship or a certain kind of financial opportunity just because my moral fabric it means more to me than that. And that's just who I am. But when I see people embracing immoral things and people that get things from immoral ways, and then they kind of like, they knock a person that's going to give an honest fight, even someone that's fighting for you. That part is what I don't understand. That's the part I don't understand. But at any rate, if you understand what us having our own platform is and doing it in a way where you owe nobody nothing, where you have not put yourself in a compromising position to get something, where our culture can showcase our creativity freely and we can monetize fairly, where we'll know the data and the full CPM.
Hold up. This nigga talking in circles.
He
MC
is.
Twitter is.
He
Hold
is.
up. What's this nigga saying, bro? Because I don't understand what he's saying, bro. He talking in circles.
He is, and we appreciate that, Arlen. That's crazy. That makes sense. You know what I mean? That they can mess with him 16 and up. That's why they was going out there doing that. That's crazy.
Hold up. Even the game allegedly got a 14-year-old girl pregnant out there in the UK. You remember that?
Damn, that's
He had
crazy. I ain't know that.
He had a baby on 14-year-old girl. She had text messages and everything. Hold up.
Damn.
I'm about to show you. Let me pull this up because you can see this, man. Hold on. What's this? Yeah, let me see. I know. I just should be up here. Hold on. Let's see. Yo, just keep saying what you're saying, bro. Hold on.
Yeah, he definitely running circles.
What you say? Twins, can't hear you, man.
Yeah, I'm right here. I had to spin off my kids a lot. Yeah, but he definitely talking in circles, bro. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting directly to the joint, all he said on there was he was like, I know people going, have a bunch of stuff to flip and say about the picture and all that. I mean, of course, at a time like this, bro, and all this stuff coming out, it looked real crazy.
Yo, man, it don't just look crazy. This shit is crazy, bro. Here we go, right here, bro. Let me show y'all this real quick. Let me show y'all this, man. I did this show years ago, but somebody else posted it. I'm gonna let y'all see this. We'll get back to the other thing, but this is the rapper game. Hold up. Here we go, right here. That's fair use. It's for entertainment purposes only.
Rapper 40 Glock has accused the game of being a pedophile and getting a 14-year-old girl pregnant. 40 Glock, whose last album New World Agenda in 2012 featured Snoop Dogg, Chamillionaire and CeeLo Green, has posted the scathing allegation to his Instagram site, not only accusing the game, but also his manager Wack, who he says is just as much as a pedophile. The game, real name Jayshawn Terrell Taylor, says the story is a lie made up by a child whom I've never made nor talked to in my life. The game and 40 Glock have been feuding since 2012. 40 Glock is suing the game for $216,000 after being awarded a settlement for a fight of 2012.
Yeah, if that's true, that's crazy, bro.
Is a disaster.
Kamala's inflation nightmare continues to cost
hold
the
on.
average American
Hold on,
family
let me go
every
back.
single month.
Loaf of bread cost 50% more today. Ground beef is up almost 50%.
Let me go back. Let me go back. I know it's more. That shit was too short up. It's a longer video, man. Hold on, let me see. $40 Glock on the game getting 14-year-old pregnant. Hold on. Yo, we gonna get into this shit. Hold on. All right, let's see. This shit, hold on. Here we go right here, yo. This is right here.
Already. Yeah, I understand, but I just don't.
Here we go right here.
Y'all know I had to click up on there to see what was going on. So allegedly, he got a 15-year-old girl pregnant. Yes, y'all, I just had to gasp for breath once I read that. I'm like, the game, who is 37 years old, got a 15-year-old pregnant? I'm like, wow, really? So let me go ahead and see what was going on with that. And from the reports, they're saying that if you have noticed, the game has not been on Instagram since August. And y'all know the game, he's very vocal. He always getting into it with someone. He's always saying something. So if you haven't noticed, he has not been on Instagram since early August. And so now they're saying that he broke his silence, congratulating the rapper Gucci Mane and his wife Keisha Kayor on their marriage. And according to Famous, they were saying that this rumor has been circulating about him getting this girl pregnant for months, but no one had any receipts. And so they spoke with the young girl and she confirmed that she just had the baby. And y'all, according to Famous, the rapper allegedly got a 15-year-old girl from the UK pregnant, but he did not know she was 15 because she lied about her age. They met at a club where you have to be at least 18 years old with an ID to get in. Now, I do know that some of these young girls are very well developed and things of that nature. They got titties and they got ass. But you mean to tell me that the game did not know that she was 15 years old? Okay, as I digress. They supposedly met up, they had sex, and now she found out that she was pregnant. The girl's name was not revealed, but there are some receipts. So check out this convo, you guys. And it goes like this. Hey, and she said, hi. I'm coming to you directly because I'm tired of people sending me messages about you. People are telling me you're pregnant by rapper The Game. Supposedly you've had the baby. It's no one's business, to be honest. Only me, him, and our baby. I'm just asking because it's only so long you can keep this hidden. It's circulating already. Yeah, I understand, but I just don't know what to do. People are stressing me. I've had to put my account on private. So, what you want me to do with this information? I contacted him as well. Has he taken a DNA test or asking for one? Tell people to leave me alone. And why would he want a DNA? Why would he want his name on a paper that proves he's the dad of a 15-year-old's baby? He know he the dad or he wouldn't be doing all of this. Doing all of what? Helping me moving out, helping me out, coming off IG, wanting me to come off. I understand I'm a little.
Yeah, he
Now
out of pocket.
that conversation with 40 Glock. They DM each other back and forth. I seen the conversation. I did this show years ago, but people just let that shit get swept under the rug. And Whack 100 was threatening this young girl at one time in the DMs. Well, let me just let you hear what he said. Yeah, bro, it was that serious. So you know what I'm saying? That's why they
little shook that he would sleep with a kid. He knew you were 15, right? Because how people making it seem is that he knew you were a kid and still had sex with you. It wasn't like that. People don't know the full story, only the people there. That's why I'm asking, how did it go? He was told my age, but I don't think he believed that I was only 15 and I was in a place where I needed ID anyways. Speaking of him, he just posted on IG. Yes, I see, but he probably won't post anything of himself for now. So what happened when TMZ contacts you? Because there are some big outlets following you, waiting for you to post about it. I mean, it's not all my business. I respect him enough and what he's doing for me to keep our business private. And I'm not exploiting my 5-day old baby either. When I post my daughter, then I'll post her. I told that London gossip page they can say what they want, just nothing negative and nothing revealing my child because laugh out loud, everyone is saying she looks like him, same nose, all of this, and I can't be asked for all the drama. What they say negative about you? No, I told them post what they want, but nothing negative. I'm not giving no info out. I got busy. Anyway, has the game seen the baby in person yet? No, not yet. When will he see the baby? Yeah, and soon. I will be moving. It's not a thing like that. He will just support me financially. Wow, that's all he can do. He can come see the baby at least. Yeah, he can see her. I don't mind, but he's always busy anyways, and I don't mind. I knew what it was from the start. Y'all. Ooh, this here is another arc.
all right, man. Let's get to that. Let's get to it because we dealing with the Diddler. We dealing with Dame Dash, the young Aaliyah, Jay-Z, the young Aaliyah, R. Kelly, the young Aaliyah. How many old ass niggas was messing with these young girls back in the day?
Man, every rapper from back in the day probably was you know what I'm saying, with some type of situation, bro. And if not everywhere, definitely. Well, I can't just say the New York rappers because then you got
New
Game from Cali.
Jersey, Cali, we got Jersey. Man, I mean the rappers. We talking about all these. Yo, it was
Yeah,
this girl with
R&B
school.
too.
Yeah, it was this girl that went to school with me, man. We was in middle school, and she's going with this nigga that's the same age as my mother. You know what I'm saying? We was in middle school. We was like in the 7th grade. He used to walk back to school, walk to school every day, pick up every day. So other guys would talk to him. He turned out on crack. He put on the whole stroke so they can get their drug money. They get their drug money off the track. All that, bruh.
Yeah, that's another thing on top of the rappers. It happened a lot in the hood with younger girls in school always, you know what I'm saying, wanted to talk to the older guys, and the older guys ain't had no problem talking to the little girls and all of that. It's that's crazy. But also when it comes to the game don't really shock me. He not no shocker. He just move on angles.
Hey yo, now since we talking about all this, breaking news, right? This is my boy Ticket TV. We're about to pull the heads real quick. Hold up. This is Ray J defending the Diddler. Here we go, yeah. It's Ticket TV. I shout out my boy Ticket TV, fair use and all that good stuff.
Community salute.
Okay, boy. Yeah, well, that's what.
We've always believed that sport has the power to change lives. It's happened here for decades.
Yeah. Thought in. Yo. Y'all press 1 if y'all can hear me in the comments, man. Salute to everybody that's tapped in right now. Press 1. You guys can hear me in the comment section, man. All right. Y'all can hear me? All right. Mic check.
That's definitely a 15-year-old girl thought process. 100%. Yeah. Fact.
As I told you guys before, there are going to be people that came out that were going to testify in behalf of Diddy. Now, I didn't think they were publicly going to come out. I thought it was going to come out when they went to court. Diddy was going to have some witnesses and some people standing in his corner. Now, he's only had 3 people that's basically questioned the charges in public that was famous. And those 3 people, as we already named, Boosie, the comedian Face Not Love, and also one of the other guys, I forget his name. But anyways, Ray J now is coming out. Ray J has come out and did an interview. And in that interview, Ray J just did an interview. In the interview, Ray J said that he was at the Diddy parties. He said he was at the Diddy events. And Ray J said, "Get possible." Okay, that's all I offer. Okay. Ray J said, my bad, y'all. I'm at one of my spots. Ray J said that he
TV
did not witness anything. He said he didn't see any of this trafficking. So he told Chris Cuomo in an interview, Ray J told him that he and other entertainers frequently attended Diddy's gatherings, yet he never saw any sex trafficking or other serious crimes as detailed in the federal indictment against the music mogul. Ray J said, and I quote, he put it this way. He said, "We've never seen the stuff that's being said and the stuff that people are finding out. Like, I've never been in rooms that people are talking about, and I never knew they existed," is what Ray J said. So Ray J said that him and other celebrities were there, but he's saying that he never witnessed any of these type of events or activities going on. And he just went on a national interview. I just got finished watching his
that's my bro, boy.
His interview that TMZ had put up.
That's my bro, man.
And he says that he never seen any of this. And so again, you're gonna have people that haven't seen it. Like a lot of people said they went to the party, they didn't see that. So you're gonna have people who said they seen it, people who said they didn't see it. Look, I told you guys this 1,000 times. I don't think Jesse's clean. I don't think a lot of these people are clean. I think a lot of them are dirty. I think a lot of these people are trying to, you know what I'm saying, position themselves to make sure they don't get charged. You feel what I'm saying? But when we in life, right is right and wrong is wrong. And all I'm saying is this. I'm saying is you got a couple sisters and people complaining about this. And then we seen on tape what happened to one lady. You understand what I'm saying? I don't understand how we have any compassion for this dude. That's all. That's the way I feel about it. And I have a right to feel that way about it. A lot of you guys hit me up, a lot of you guys saying different things, trying to cause controversy, cause beefs and shit. Ain't no beef over here. I'm a 10-toes solid, always been. You understand? And it's gonna remain that way. And it's always been that way. But I have a right to feel how I feel about the situation. You guys can get mad, y'all can come in my comment section, send me messages trying to start beef between certain other people. Man, shit ain't gonna happen, bro. I don't roll like that. I ain't never rolled like that. And it ain't gonna start today. So I want to put that out to y'all. You understand? So stop hitting me up with the negativity, trying to push bullshit. I don't get involved in that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm above all that. You feel me? But I'm gonna speak how I feel about this situation. And when I seen Diddy doing to that girl in that video, I ain't feeling that. Now I'm not saying that Ray J didn't see the stuff he didn't see. Hey, if he didn't see it, hey, he have a right to say he didn't see it. Can't nobody say he capping. You wasn't there. He was. So you can't say, oh, Ray J, you lying. You can't tell a man he's seen something he didn't see. So that's how I feel about that subject. But Ray J did the interview, and Ray J saying that he didn't see any of these things. He said him and other entertainers were there. And listen, they know other entertainers be at them parties. They all in the photos, right? But Ray J is one of the guys who's coming out and putting a name on it, putting a face on it, and saying, look, I was there. I didn't witness any of this stuff. So,
okay, that's what Ray J said. Now let's listen to what Freddy P had to say, making it bad. Freddy P had to say about Diddy and his shenanigans before we, you know what I'm saying? Before we would, let's get there, man. We ain't playing today, man. We getting funky on this shit.
What happened? I just got a message saying that I won a giveaway.
For what?
A 10.
Like
Freddie P.
R. got away with too much, but
hold on, here we go, y'all. This is Freddie P. on R. Dialogue.
Like when you see Puff, it's kind of a surprise. But like I told my brother, man, you know he.
My guy, Freddie P. Man, let's get right into it. Diddy, he got indicted.
Freddie P. R. Dialogue, yeah.
It was a surprise to me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like when you see Puff, it's kind of a surprise. But like I told my brother, man, you know he was telling me he don't think Puff gonna get locked up. I said, bitch, they got Chapo. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling you earlier, they got Chapo. They could put Chapo under the ground. They can hide Puff. But it's just long overdue. Like for a while, it made me kind of question, like, damn, you know, it's to the point where it felt like they forced the feds to do their job. He forced the feds to do their job because if they didn't do it, everybody looking at them like, what? Do you motherfuckers exist? You know what I'm saying? Like, he done got away with too much, but you got to understand this, right? A lot of stuff Puffy going through, and I don't wish bad on him. Like, before this transpired, I had a lot of hatred toward him, but it was about financial reasons. When it comes to this subject, it's very sensitive to me because it's a lot of victims in here. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's still somebody's father. You know what I'm saying? So, but we make our own bed, man. And for a long time, a lot of people, I want him to understand that a lot of people was hurt because you couldn't live your truth. Everything he going through right now is because he couldn't let go. He couldn't let go having a position of power over street niggas and also being who he is. The more who he was, he had to show more aggression. That's like when I sucked my thumb. When I grew up, the reason people might think I'm tough and is transpired because when I was in a place of sucking my thumb, I knew I had to go extra hard for you to know not to play with me. You get what I'm saying? Like it made me turn into somebody else because you might take a perception of me sucking my thumb. You might think I'm soft. You might think I'm gay, anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like
hold on 1 second.
People know secrets because believe one thing about it.
Let me give a shout out to my big bro, Johnny Button Jr. in the building.
Peace. How y'all doing today?
Man, we all watch so we're great, bro. Yo, Johnny, I'm gonna hit my camera because you got your camera on. But yo, let me ask you a question. When you heard about this whole Diddy thing coming down, what was your first thoughts?
Honestly,
this is an OG from Bronx, y'all. Shout out to him.
Right. When it came to the human trafficking, that was surprising. You know, as far as him abusing women and the freaky deaky stuff, that didn't surprise me.
And hold on, let me ask you a question. The funny thing is, right? I don't like to mention this rat nigga's name, but he's on Comedy Hype. And he's saying that Diddy tried to molest him. Choke the joke.
All right, check this out.
I'm just putting that. I'm just putting that. You know I'm antagonizing, bro. You know I'm attacking this, bro.
All right. I don't want it to sound like hate or anything, but I honestly believe that Diddy may have made a pass at him. What I don't believe is his response. You know what I'm saying? Saying, oh, well, I didn't do this, or I was ready to punch somebody in the mouth. No, you entered into Babylon and you did as they do in Babylon.
Facts. Yo.
Straight up. Come on, man.
Yo, bruh. And I told everybody, he was trying to get a deal with Revolt. Remember, he was working for BT.
Those pictures that's up, Choke no joke, the one that took them Johns.
Yeah. And so he had to be a part of the whole thing.
Right. And he had to be okay with it. If something is so repulsive to me that I can't deal with it, I don't want no parts of it at all. You have to be able to stomach this stuff if you want to make your money or do whatever. You know that these parties is the way they are. You can say, I ain't going to know. You can get caught out there with one. You know, you get, whoa. All right.
For real.
I'm out of here.
Yo, like, hold on. Let me tell you something, Johnny. Just like I was bodyguard for DJ Red Alert in Atlanta. He took me to Africa Bada House for a party in Atlanta. Now, I didn't know that it was Dr. Malachi York / Dr. Malachi Pork. It was his compound. I didn't know that. I just found out that recently from somebody that's interviewing me today, Layla Wills. She's like, I know the story what you're saying. That's fact. She's like, but that was a man about his house. That was Dr. Malachi York compound. And him and Africa Bada, Dr. Malachi York was like this. And you know what Dr. Malachi York went to jail for, right?
Yeah, he had a bunch of young women.
Young women and boys. And boys. He gave all herpes. It was over 700 kids that he gave herpes to. Young women and young men. That's why they gave him forever.
And real quick, I just gotta say, Allen was making some valid points also in the chat, because I know earlier somebody had said basically that, you know, he wasn't trafficking. I mean, when Ray J was saying that he was at those parties and all that, and he said he never saw none of that. But like Allen had said, you act like a female gonna come up to you and be like, I was trafficked here. But I think the issue with the trafficking is that, you know, when we hear trafficking, we automatically think of somebody driving an 18-wheeler and stuffing the girls unwillingly in the back of the truck and transporting them. So the issue came in where people was doing all these reports and start, you know, doing statements against them. Like, a lot of times people can be doing things that's a crime that you don't realize it, you know what I mean, until people start complaining about it, because it's not a celebrity in this world of football players. They all parties, you know what I'm saying? That's why how Pac was able to get caught up in his situation. Even with Tyson, like Gene Dale said a story about where he had to take, you know what I'm saying, girls to go meet Tyson and all that, and they was so if one of them girls would have made it a situation, then they going to find charges to drag out in them Jones, and that's where, you know, it got crazy. So I think that the feds, they just want
hold on. One second. I'm gonna cut you off. I'm gonna cut you off. Sit down and shut up, sports and entertainment. Check this out. Trafficking is when you bring any woman or any male from state to state line, across state lines, to have carnal knowledge. What carnal knowledge is called is sexual sex. We call it carnal knowledge. Back in the day, carnal knowledge is it was illegal for use of carnal knowledge. That's what FUCK mean, for using carnal knowledge, and that's trafficking. Yo, we got my boy Cross the Plug in the building, man. Shout out to the Plug Podcast, man.
What up?
Salute everybody, man. Just moving around. Salute to everybody on the panel.
We got a great panel, man. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to the chat.
JB, how you doing, brother? Long time no speak.
I'm good, brother. It's good to see you, man. I was
Yeah,
so happy that y'all was having something today. I was running around. I came back. I did a little check. I seen something for 245. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be on that. I'm gonna check, and then the bro sent me a link. I'm like,
yeah. I
okay, I'm
told him. I
definitely on
said,
that.
man, we gotta start having Johnny back on. We was talking about that the other night.
Yeah, but what we're talking about is, yo, did you see the pictures I sent you, bro?
Oh yeah, I see that. Dame and the Jigger Man was getting. They was all having on. They was on the Playhouse bed.
Yeah. And hold up. And guess who was standing in the back of all that?
Who?
Mrs. Combs. No, Puffy's mama.
Oh my God.
She's
Yeah.
the madam of all this shit, bruh. She's the madam.
Well, that's what I've been saying anyway. When that video that he got out, where he's got talking about how he loves his moms and stuff. I put it on my short reel where he's sitting there and his moms get to talking. And he was like, "Yeah, moms, tell him." And she said, "Yeah, I'm something on all my hands." And then he said, "Especially the palms." And I was like, "What?" Yeah, he told his mom like she cold on her hands, but especially when her palms down. I was like, "Wow."
Yo, but listen to this. Now this is Freddie for making it bad. He's talking about it. This is our dialogue. We'll let you listen to this, bro. Check this out.
Salute, Monique. You know, and that's with all these rappers. Somebody know your secrets. You might be you and Puffy getting, you know, because Puffy, I can imagine he approached these guys who going through financial situations, these rappers who get themselves start making a lot of money. Then when things don't be hot no more, you fall back on people like him. He prey on you, and what he do is he offer you things to keep up a lifestyle. You can imagine Puffy Playboy. You know, Playboy, don't worry about that, man. I can get us, come with me to the island, Playboy. You gonna chill with me. Won't be no security guard, no nothing. Won't nobody know about your business. Hey, don't worry about that. I'll wire that, Playboy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of rappers out here that got secrets because they fell into them situations with Puffy. And I know this personally. Like, I know personally, but like I say, a lot of stuff that I know, like I knew a lot of stuff that came out this week. We was talking about. I was like, man, I've been knew that. I've been knew about the girl that came out. She was just afraid to tell her story for a long time. Like I knew, when you're in a circle, like the band is like a, you know what I'm saying? So things that transpired in their band, because they work with people that we worked with, you know what I'm saying? It gets back to us. And not only that, I done been on the phone call and hear people explaining their situations. It's crying about, you know, situations. And it's only gonna get worse. Like I was telling people, like it's hard to say because I don't want to spoil what's coming up. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I just want to say
Momo B, salute, Momo B.
It gets deeper and deeper, and the more that come out, the more intriguing the story gonna be. All I want to tell people is, when that Netflix series come out, it's a rapper coming out with a Netflix series.
You talking about 50 Cent, but yo, check this out. Let me holler and sit down and shut up sports. If you let a man fly you out, that's on you. Check this out. You can let anybody fly you out, but you don't have to agree to having sex with that person, or that person forcing drugs on you, or that person blackmailing you to do certain things because you chose to fly out to that person. You dig what I'm saying? That's what we dealing with.
The whole joint is, I'm gonna keep it a stack. The trafficking charge is crazy, like how they hitting with the trafficking, like, because I feel like, you know, a lot of people didn't look at that as trafficking. Like I said before, a lot of times when we hear trafficking, we think about, you
Mexicans.
know, yeah, like loading them up in the truck unwillingly, family members selling them and stuff like that. That's what we think of. So the trafficking is kind of crazy. I just feel as though more with Diddy, it was more of a power thing with him. And we saw him, if we didn't see it no other time, we seen him demonstrate that with making a band. We seen him, just the things that he had them doing. It was a power thing. It was a mental thing. To what extent would a person do for $1? how far would they go? Because none of them got no deals off of that, bro. After the show was off, it was off. But I think that Freddie P, although I know Diddy was playing that dirty game, it's factual, but I don't think that Freddie P was exposed to that. I think right now he's just trying to get his little run off his press and all that. Like he was saying everybody knew that. Cross, you know how it was back then with that show, bro. They wasn't even a part of the regular circle of Diddy.
Nah.
Everything they did was around that
Cheesecake, not sugar cookie. Cheesecake's sit down, shut up, sports and entertainment. It was Cheesecake that he made them walk blocks to get. I remember that.
Yeah, it was a cheesecake. But I want to say something for Twid. Keep going too. I started looking more and more into this thing, bro. And the reason why people don't understand how big this is. Now, again, people can get back. You never hear Puffy. And I had to look this up. You never hear Puffy bring this guy name up. What's his name? I think his name is Jacobs. But Jacobs, if you Google's Puffy,
Mark Jacobs. You talking about Jacobs,
the jeweler?
No, this is a different. I think it's a different Jacob. This is the one that got. He was a big time drug dealer. He was Puffy's best friend, one of the biggest drug dealers. He had 16 life cases, and Obama gave him a pardon. And he moved. See, people don't know this. Obama gave it. Google it right now. Obama gave him a pardon, and he moved to Miami where Puffy was at. Now he's got this life course, and you don't never hear about him. But if you Google him, you'll see him in pictures with everybody. But this dude had 16 life sentences, and Puffy somehow was. That's why they said they worried, because people like Obama pardoned Puffy's best friend. You get a chance, look that up.
That's crazy.
Yo, matter of fact, what's his name? Puffy's best friend Jacobs. Well, let me see if I can find it on YouTube, man.
Yeah, just look it up. Yeah, whoever's in the chat. Yeah, that was during the time, during that vote or die. Puffy was able, once he got Obama in there, he was able to get his homeboy pardoned, who had 16 life sentences.
That's crazy.
Damn.
That's crazy.
So like that's why they make jokes and they say when they got the meme out when your boy said, "Man, this is bigger than Nino Brown." Like people don't fit. We're looking at rappers and entertainment, but you got to remember these charges have nothing to do with the entertainment business. It's really about, like we said, about the trafficking, but it's about trafficking with dignitarians. You're talking about princesses. You're talking about presidents. You're talking about international leaders. You know what I'm saying? Like it's way bigger than some damn rap music.
It's a business.
And I'm gonna give y'all a fun fact. I didn't know I was gonna do a show on this. People didn't realize when you go and look up sex blackmail, right? And you Google the history of sex blackmail. I didn't know. They said, okay, so was it Lansky? I think it was Lansky. But anyway, J. Edgar Hoover created the whole sex blackmail thing. They said that he created it when he created the FBI. They said what happened was they found out that I think one of the mobsters walked into a party and saw J. Edgar Hoover with a dress on. So then the mob and them made J. Edgar Hoover, look it up, made J. Edgar Hoover start recording with surveillances through the Jewish mob. And they said that's how, if you look at the same blueprint of how J. Edgar Hoover did it and the Jewish mob did it, and then you go over to Clive Davis and them, follow the same thing. But J. Edgar Hoover was the first ones to start recording people, dog, because they had dirt on him. And they said he used to take the gangsters downstairs in his basement, and they used to watch videos and naked pictures of all the entertainers in the world. That shit was crazy. I found that out too.
Yeah, hold on. Yo, yeah, a lot of people don't know. J. Edgar Hoover was black. He wasn't even mixed like that. He was really black.
Yeah, he's mulatto. His mom and daddy. Yeah, his mom and dad was mulatto. That's why they said he pressured black folks way more, because he wanted to be accepted and that he was gay. And, you know, they said they used the sex blacklist because in the anti-gay society or in the culture, they said it's easy to, the FBI figured out it was easy to manipulate people to keep secrets versus saying, okay, I'm gay. And they said, what better place to do that is in the hip hop world. That's how they was able to do it. So they figured it out. The FBI and them figured it out. So, like I said again, J. Edgar Hoover was the first one to do sex blackmail.
Yo, hey Johnny Bud, I know you did a lot of study. We being a prince, we did a lot of reading. Did you see the In Colors with Tariq Nasheed when he had J. Edgar Hoover's what was his grandmother or his sister? Not his grandmother. When they was talking to his sister or something like that?
I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. You got me on this one. I don't know about the J. Edgar Hoover. That's why I'm being quiet. When I don't know something, I shut my mouth and open my ears.
Yeah, it wasn't his sister born. I know you're talking as an interview. Wasn't his sister?
It was his cousin or family. It was one of his family members.
It was connected to the family. It was connected to the family member because Master Hoover, people don't know his name was Master Hoover. He ended up having sex with a slave. And when he had sex with a slave, the baby that was born off the offsprings of Hoover, y'all Google it, is Ivy Hoover. Ivy Hoover was a black woman that started the whole black folks, the Hoover thing. That's how they end up having all that and shit. Yeah, it should get deep, dog.
It's shit crazy. SV Twiz, you want to say something? Because I got something I want to show y'all too, man. And this is funny. Yo, it's funny, but it's real, man. So, Twiz, holla, say something, man, real quick while I find this.
Alan.
I'm on the same type time as Johnny. I'm just listening now, you know. I wasn't familiar with like the stuff with Hoover and all of that. So I'm just listening now.
Oh, y'all, yeah, man. You know me, Twiz.
Yeah.
You know me, Twiz. I read too goddamn much.
Me too, bro. Yeah, I got.
That's deep, but I don't know much about J. Edgar Hoover though. But you know as
Yeah,
much.
Twins, I'm gonna do a show. I'm gonna do a show on it, man. I got it. I got the info, bro. It is real deep, bro. Because a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know he literally would have wiring through the whole place. It would set other entertainers up for the mob, so the mob could use the blackmail, and at the same time, the mob was using the shit against him to blackmail him because he was gay. I guess the guy that they claim was his worker or something like that was really his boyfriend. When you see him in the famous picture where they claim his best friend, really was his boyfriend.
Yeah, check this out. This is Freddy P said that he believes Farnsworth Bentley was Diddy's boyfriend, and I always do that. Why you gonna carry a man's piss in a fucking Ziploc bag? I don't understand that, but you listen to this, yo.
Oh, but yeah, with Puffy, of course, I think he gay. I think everybody around him gay, and I think you don't get to stay around him unless you've proven that either you're with the shit or the shit don't bother you. There's not a man that I could see Diddy hanging around that I don't think he ever at least tried. He's not being your friend. I love you, daddy. He's not like that. He not like that. Puffy don't have a friend. Puffy didn't grow up with nobody. He don't love nobody. You deserve it, daddy. And he knew what he was doing. That's kind of like when you have a set with somebody or whatever, or kind of like like one of the people in that community. They trying to spray you to everybody they could on the low. Like, we know, as a straight man, we know when they're trying to tell us that they're sleeping with somebody. They gonna give you.
Hold up. Sit down, React TV. You my boy and shit. You're a moderator of this channel, but yo, if you said one more bullshit term like that's a Harlem slang from the 70s, and Diddy starts saying it, he start saying it to the mid to late 2000s, we gonna have a problem. Because Diddy wasn't saying that shit. He wasn't calling nobody daddy back in the 90s. Jersey Rich salute. He was not calling nobody daddy back in the 90s.
No sit down saying they used to say daddy-o. Like daddy-o. Not daddy, but daddy-o.
Yeah, we know that. He's saying daddy. He called Fabulous. Matter of fact, them niggas.
No, I ain't gonna hold you. They was saying that too, though. They was saying that.
I know they were saying that, bro, but that was the 70s, bro.
No, they were saying that in the 2000s. They was, bro. Cause
I don't remember that shit.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you exactly when they were saying it, cause I'm a heavy Locks fan. Styles always said daddy, and Kiss used to say it too. They got Jones. They got Styles and Kiss. They got what you call them, Jones? Like the preludes, like in the albums. Styles said daddy a lot during that Ghost in the Shell mixtape era. I remember him saying it. I heard Jay Hood.
I don't care what nobody say. I don't know nobody say. Kiss is suspect to me. I rock with Sheik. Sheik is the hardest one at the Locks. I don't care what nobody say. Kiss
They
and
all
Styles.
said it. Sheik
Man,
said it.
come on now, don't do that. Don't do that, boy.
No,
The
I
boy
think
in the car. Don't say
the
Sheik no.
locks solid though. I can't see them on no funny business. They remain the same.
All right, hold on. Y'all listen to this. Y'all listen to this. Y'all listen to this right here. Y'all listen to this. This is there we go.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
I knew you was gonna pull that up.
Yeah, Mr. Lee. Yeah, I love this drink. Where you put my bag? I like when you like this, Daddy. Yeah, where you put my bag? Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit. No. I like that. You know, I've been practicing. I got.
It's what he said around saying daddy. That's
yeah, I love this drink. Where you put my bag? I like when you like this, Daddy. Yeah, where you put my bag? Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping. When you scrambling and scraping for shit. No. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna go over with that.
Pause right there for me, boy.
Hold on. Pause.
Every day's your birthday on Drink Champs. Goddammit, I'm in.
The look on Fab's face said it all. Fab, that's the look was, damn, it's about that time. Because if you notice, moving forward, Fab everywhere now.
Yo, hold on. Let me say something before you even say anything. When I bodyguard for Diddy in Charlotte, North Carolina, in the Oak Room, this was 2013, 2014. Yo, the first thing he said, he knew Fabulous was in the club. He was like, yo, boy. He was like, yo, go bring Fabulous over here into the VIP with me. Because Fabulous was the other VIP with his bodyguard. So I went over to Fabulous, right? And I'm like, yo, Diddy want you in his VIP. His bodyguard trying to block me at first. The Fabulous pushed him off. Like, no. He runs security for this club, and he did his bodyguard tonight. He's like, yo, I'm going over there. So the bodyguard and Fabulous the bodyguard was a big ass nigga with dreads. He's like my size with dreads. He's cocky as hell. He's bigger than me muscle wise, but he was cocky as hell, tall as hell with dreads. That was Fabulous' bodyguard. And we walked Fabulous over to Diddy VIP. Fabulous didn't fight or nothing. Fabulous was ready. He was like, all right, fuck that. All right. Go ahead, Cross.
But like they said in right here, like Fab did the song with Diddy. Like I said, eventually it's impossible, bro. That's why you also got to think you don't hear nobody now. Now this second to now, nobody now. I watched a news article where they asked Fat Joe on there on the news station. Fat Joe won't even talk about it. You know, he said, that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's a lot of these dudes. Think about they said the power a man gotta have if he tell Lil Rod, man, if you do this, I'm gonna get you a Grammy. Like just think about a man telling you that, how much power he got when he don't even know what the song is going to come out to be, but I'm gonna get you a Grammy. And that's why I said, like, a lot of them dudes, man, they put a lot in between him and Jay-Z and all them. And like you said, all these videos are resurfacing now. Kamala Harris doing the last year vote where she, shouting out Diddy for the party he threw.
I think when it comes to like the industry people, I think Diddy was definitely going at the people that wanted that success. You know what I'm saying? Like that wanted it. The people that was already superstars, they was partying together and they all had the power together. You know what I'm talking about?
Facts.
So it's like we got to
Yeah, hold on. Let me ask you a question. I mean cut you up, Twiz. You remember KRS One 13 and Good? That song?
Yeah.
But what I tell you about KRS One before, bro?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, you got to remember too, if they come into the game, their whole point is they also have to be advertising as well. You see what I'm saying? Like when they making these songs and these videos, and we looking at the song, and now as we get older, now based off all this stuff going on, it's nothing to go back and look at the videos or look at the songs or the title of songs. You be like, what the hell was that about? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, Twist, go ahead. Say what you gonna say, Twist. I may cut you off.
No, it's cool. I'm just saying salute, Big E. Much love.
Salute, Big E. Yo, Johnny Bun, Big E, salute you too, man. You remember Big E? He be on the path for some time. Our relative Compton 60s Crip native.
Facts, but also, you know who else did a song about that? It was Mace. Mace did a song about that on Harlem World, but he wasn't okaying it. I forgot the name of the song, but it's on the Harlem World album where he was like, "Don't you know that girl I was with?" He was talking at the beginning last. He's like, "Don't you know the girl that I had picked up last night, bro? She was only 16." Like he did a whole song about that, John. Yeah, you know what I mean. But I was saying one of the biggest problems I do think that is an issue is idolizing these celebrities. Like when you got people when you come into this earth, the average parent is already idolizing certain celebrities and stuff. You got parents taking these kids to their concerts. Everybody in there screaming like they, you know what I'm saying, like they, kings and stuff like that. You see people like, if Jay-Z come walking down a regular block, the world gonna stop. People screaming, they gonna stop whatever they doing. So when these celebrities is around if you a female and you around a celebrity, of course that celebrity think he can run through anybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of what's going on, even back to the R. Kelly situation where people was taking their kids behind backstage with R. Kelly and stuff like that. Then they, you know what I'm saying? Then they want to call them monsters, but y'all put them in the hands of the monsters. You know what I'm saying? That money and that power get to their head and they feel like they can do whatever they want. So sometimes people set their own self up for getting into those situations. Like a female going somewhere with a celebrity, you should never think you're not going to do nothing besides what they want them to do. That's like if you meet a guy on the street and he take you to a hotel, like he not taking you to no hotel so y'all can sleep comfortably in the bed. He already
hold up. Facts, L. Daniels. Hold up.
You with it?
Hold up. Facts, L. Daniels. He just said something, y'all. That I don't know if y'all remember. Remember I did a show a couple years ago with Fabulous threatening that. Do y'all remember Ray J threatened the booty goons were Fab back in the day? Who was the booty goons? We know it was Whack 100 of them. We know it was Whack 100. He was the booty goon. That was Fabulous. I mean, that was Ray J's manager. But yo, go ahead, finish. The booty goon.
But he not even a Whack 100. Not even a part of that conference. Whack 100 just started popping. He started popping doing all this clubhouse stuff. Even when he was originally managing Game, when he started, like people wasn't hearing about no Whack 100. But Whack 100 ain't what, you know what I'm saying, Diddy and all of them is in this industry. Like a person could have walked past Whack in 2009, wouldn't have known who the hell he was. You know what I'm talking about? But these people, Diddy and them, like they superstars, so they can do all of that.
Like even Wendy Williams, even Wendy Williams said it back in the day. She was like Sean Carter, Puffy Carter. I mean Sean Combs, Puffy P. Diddy Combs was the gay rapper.
But
everybody thought she was crazy.
But you gotta remember, Wendy Williams, she had intel because she was the original. She was the original, you know what I'm saying, tea giver. Like she was the original on her tea stuff. You know what I'm talking about? So when people know how she carried it on her interviews and how she spoke about people, so yeah, she always had people giving intel.
Well, you got to remember too, with Wendy Williams, when she came out, it was initially, like I said, she understood the game. She knew that not to be funny. She wasn't built right, but she was the party girl. She was the girl, you think about it, really getting tossed up. So when it came down to it and she wanted to tell the truth, okay, this how it's going, that's when they started blackballing. They think about it. Anytime, just like people need to go and get, and I want to do a show on it, but the whole Kim Porter diary, where Kim Porter breaks it down, they said they using that Kim Porter's book, the diary, because they got J-Lo in there, and Kim Porter talks about how she was still with Puffy, and her and Puffy used to smash. They used to all smash together, J-Lo and all them. So it's a lot of stuff, dog, that we just wasn't privy to. But the world we live in right now, you just can't hide everything, and it's right there in plain sight. So if somebody sit there and say, "Man, I don't think this right. Man, I don't think this right," well, then that's what you think. But if it's right there, it's right there.
But yo, let me tell you, we got 66 people in the building. Y'all like, subscribe, and share. I'm trying to get to 20,000 by January. We about to be on it heavy. So y'all like, subscribe to everybody on this panel, man. But yo, go ahead, Johnny. But speak your piece.
All right, I'm gonna go to the basics. I'm taking it to the hood. I'm more familiar with that. I haven't ascended to the level of superstardom, but I've been in the hood. I've been one of the trendsetters in the hood. And I know that when you have a little bit of money, people look up to you, and then you can dictate policy, set trends, and so on. So as P. Diddy, Puffy, Diddy, whatever you want to call him, he looked to the drug dealers because he even put some of the dudes on with him. So nobody can't say, I know some of the people who was on with him, and I know what they were doing.
Right.
And it's like, okay, you start doing things as you're making money, you get more bold with the stuff you do because you become more bravado. Like, yo, listen, I'm that man. I can do whatever I want to do. Boom. And it becomes more acceptable to people because you got money. So even a brother, you had put on a clip of someone who said something similar to what I said. You're either with it or you accept it because it's a part of that money is coming. You want to be involved with the cash flow. So if you like, oh no, a bunch of homos, you get homophobic. Oh, you homophobic, bro? Well, you don't have to come back.
Hold on one second. Monique Hill, this is Cross's YouTube channel. It's Plug Podcast by Cross Your Heart. There you go, subscribe right there.
Yeah, please check me out. Thank you. Go ahead.
So I'm saying all that to say is, you got a lot of people that got money that their sexual preference is same, or meaning the same sex, or they bisexual. But when it comes down to money, they accepting them. Like, listen, this is the type of party you want. This is the type of party this dude is giving.
Right.
And then you start being turning people out, transforming them because they don't want to say no to the money. I don't know what the situation with Fab. Don't know, don't care. Don't care about his sexual preference or nothing. But as y'all saying, he called him over there. He ain't calling him over there to say, "What's up? I like your new album."
Facts. He don't give it. You're right, Johnny. He don't give a shit about that album. He gonna put the money behind it to make it whatever he feel like it's gonna be anyway. You're right.
Come on, man. Come on. And my thing is, I hear he's isolated, and that he if he turn up dead, then they say he killed himself. There's nobody to prove one way or the other it's this or that because he's isolated. So if he got too many bones that people don't want to be exposed, then he could be in danger in his own self. And even if his mother is behind whatever, his mother's not a big fish like him. So they don't care about his moms.
Hold up. Tasia, she said no side. It was Homeland Security that was investigating him. If it was the FBI, none of this would have come to light. Just like Epstein tapes or clients have never been prosecuted. FBI scrambling now.
I don't know how it worked with Homeland Security and FBI, but I thought that Homeland Security was a part of the federal system. But I do know that I feel like when it comes to Diddy, this stuff they've been knew about this. It's just the simple fact that he started breaking the rules. The power got to his head, to the higher ups, and then once you do that, they crush you. That's why Jay-Z and Beyonce moved the way that they moved. Diddy wasn't moving like that. Diddy moved like he didn't care about nothing. If y'all want to peep the real downfall, you can see when they started messing with him, when stuff really started hitting, was that year that he dressed up like the Joker on that Halloween. Because it was the following Halloween where he had came out and said, whoever owned that, I don't know if it's Marvel or whatever,
Yeah.
they did a big John saying you can't do that again. You know, since when can't you know what I'm saying, dress up how you want on Halloween? Like they was trying to sue him and everything. So it was a big John. Then he came out dressed like the Dark Knight, I think that next Halloween. After that, all these allegations and everything start falling out. So I think Diddy would start saying, I'm not listening to these guys no more. I'm doing what I want. I'm Diddy. Like he
Right.
felt like, you know, he was above the program. So just
Right.
as though, like they say, the things that make you laugh make you cry. When you getting in those type of games, that's the lifestyle you live. Like somebody said, it might have been choke no joke. Like you said, what's the
Man,
difference between
Choke's a rat.
what's I know,
Shout out
but
Johnny Button Jr. in the building. My
listen,
man Johnny Button
listen,
Jr. I was waiting
listen,
on you to say that, rat.
listen.
That rat bastard.
Listen,
Go ahead, yo.
all of them is rats. But he had a great valid point because he said, what's the difference between what he did than the Playboy bunny old head? I can't think of his name right now. What's the difference though? When he was
Hugh
publicly
Hefner?
doing it, yeah, Hugh Hefner was doing the
Yeah.
same thing for years.
But it goes back again, Twiz. You got to remember, a lot of them, like even when it came down to Cosby, some of the allegations came out, even though they was false. A lot of people they said how Cosby was the one who, when he tried to do that and buy them companies and was going against them, they said a lot of the tapes or whatever the allegations resurfaced coming from the Playboy Mansion, where they said your boy. That's why nobody ever mess with your boy Hugh Hefner. It's all the same blueprint. Those ones that are just like, I don't know if y'all saw it, and it's going viral. And anybody Cowboy fan, you'll see what I'm talking about. When Jerry Jones got on there with, I don't know why Jamie Foxx was with Jerry Jones hanging out with him, but Jerry Jones was describing a player from the second round, all the way down to that man attributes, his length of his attributes, right there with Jamie Foxx on his live, and Jamie just ended his live abruptly. That's what I'm saying. Like, why would a man of another culture say this just freely to another brother like it's nothing, without somebody disrespect or saying something to him? That's the world we at. It's almost like, man, we done started to see these dudes got sugar daddies in real life, bro.
Oh, yo, Tasia said, what she said, pedophiles arrested and charged: Anthony Weiner, Allison Mack, Keith Raniere, Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, George Nader, Gladstone Maxwell, all under president at the real Donald Trump. How many?
You can't forget about Vince McMahon too. You don't hear nobody
Vince
talk
McMahon
about
too.
that
They
no
don't talk
more.
about Vince McMahon. Nope. It's what they shit under the rug.
Yeah.
What happened with Vince McMahon?
Oh man,
man.
They
Go
did
ahead.
a
Go ahead and tell him,
documentary.
y'all.
Yeah, they did a documentary about him. He was wild, bro. He was wild. He was doing the Diddy thing in the wrestling. That's why I said when you look in the sectors and you break them down, they always got one person that's doing powerful stuff, that's running things, whether it be the Weinstein, the Epsteins, the Puffies, the Hugh Hefners, the Larry Flints. You know, those are the ones. People got to realize sex sells, dog. Sex is the number. Sex and gambling is the top two things in the world that'll never go away.
They got Vince McMahon. The girl had showed the proofs of him texting the girl saying that, oh, I can't wait for you to come over. I can't wait to see what these BBCs is going to do to you. It's going to be about 4 or 5 BBCs.
That's
It was
crazy.
a big it was a big John. Like they was talking about it crazy. Then it just disappeared. You don't hear nothing about it. There was no indictments. No, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't getting harassed by no type of government or nothing.
Well, because one thing about it, we got to say, like, in the cultures are different, right? Meaning as in, it probably goes on in every culture. It probably goes on, we know that from the Catholic to the priest, they said, and all that stuff. The difference is they ain't going to tell it. They scared to tell it. They'll get rid of you before they tell it. The difference is us, we need to know so we can fix it because that's them. That's what they do. And we shouldn't be doing what they're doing because it's a lot of talented people through these years that should have made it and was blacklisted because they didn't want to lay up there on that big ass bed with Jay-Z and them did.
Let me ask y'all something.
Rob Robinson, peace to the God. I see you in the building. Salute. Go ahead,
let me ask y'all something. According to what I saw on the news, that video of him dragging Cassie was from 2016. Now, according to what was said, that she was scared to come out and so on and so forth. Now, what has changed in those 8 years, which makes her not scared anymore to come out and talk?
That's
a fact. It ain't about scared. It's about the money.
Let me say something. Let me tell you why she ain't scared now. First of all, Diddy already had all this stuff coming down on him. Now she feels safe because once he says something, now the federal government can protect her. They had them videos. They had them videos already. They was waiting for her to say something. Once she sued him for that money, they're like, you know what? Now we can get this nigga.
Yeah, but listen, but what he's saying is,
Cassie was never scared.
Yeah, but what he's saying, Bourne, is okay. Imagine you did something heinous to somebody in 2016, and now here we go, and you just left me. Let's say 3 years after that. I mean, like for all that stuff to go on again. We don't condone none about domestic stuff, but again, we don't know what's going on. What he did was completely wrong as a man. You don't put your hands on no woman. And if you feel like, especially you being a mogul like that, I thought Jay-Z said we don't chase them, we replace them. So I'm trying to understand all this is perception, what they've been telling us, and they players and all this. Like I heard, if you go and Google, put this up too, boy, when you get a chance. Put up Howard Stern and Puff Daddy's interview. That's wild.
I'm gonna go right now. I'm gonna go right now. Since you said so.
And then Puffy called Howard Stern out at the end and told him, "You was there too." That's what I'm saying. Ellen DeGenerate. You talking about? Then we even got to the other side of the culture, the Ashton Kutchers. All them ones where Ashton and Debbie Moore was at the white party. It's a lot. It's just a whole lot, bro. The J-Lo's, the Ben Afflecks, and the Leonardo DiCaprio's, the Prince Harry.
Yo, here we go right here. I found it, I found it for y'all. Hold on, I found it for you right here, yo. Hold up. Y'all want to hear what Howard Stern to say? We about to go there.
That Big E, salute Big E.
What it do, bro?
Salute Big E.
What it do, man? Hey, I just wanted to say real quick before y'all get started, bro. I was listening to Joe Brown, and he said that Homeland Security had went up in his spot because it ain't just rappers and entertainers, your politicians, judges, federal judges, state judges was at them parties. And they sent Homeland Security in there to see if they can get incriminating tapes. Because you remember they could have probably arrested him when they raided all 3 of them of his mansion, but they didn't. You know what I mean? I think that they didn't get them tapes. Maybe they arrested him now because maybe they got some tapes.
Well, I'm gonna say this before Bourne gets started. They said it was allegedly 100 tapes that were found. They said 34 of them right now has been encrypted, unencrypted, because the rest of them have been they encrypted. So to me, I think they trying to wait on if they gonna do something. They ain't doing nothing to them now because they need to know what's all them tapes. But I think they got enough. They said they got enough evidence, 34, that if they broke these tapes. So ain't no telling, bro. And you right, Big E, like I told him. Yeah, it's big.
Let me ask my East Coast brothers something. Now, Bourne, y'all know I'm already out here. I'm in Compton, bro, and we've heard stories of pub parties all the way out here, right? So
hold on, let me say something real quick. I'm gonna tell y'all niggas because I bodyguard for Puff in 2007 in Atlanta, in 2013 in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Let's talk about it.
When we was in Atlanta, we was the Club Dreams ATL in Decatur, right outside of Atlanta. And Puff, they had security for Puff. And when Puff had these trannies, I didn't even know they was men at the time. I learned because I started looking at their IDs that they was coming to VIP. They looked like women, but they had men names. And back in then, you couldn't change your name, you could just change your appearance. And Exhibit came up to him like, yo, boy, he's like, I was looking up there. I'm like, man, it's like a bunch of hard legs. He's like, what you mean? I'm like, you're going, you'll see. Exhibit walked in the VIP. 5 minutes later, Exhibit came out like, yo, man, I'm sitting there with you, God.
Yeah, he talked about that. He actually said that night he was with Superhead.
Oh, that was a
Puff
different.
told her, and Puff told him like, no, she can't come because she like the tail.
The one you talking about, the Superhead, that I remember that time because I was in the D. That was in when the Super Bowl was in Detroit. And
Okay, but let me ask y'all though. Let me ask you though, Cross. Like real talk, I'm to anybody on the panel because most of y'all are from the East Coast, right?
Right.
Okay, if we was hearing stories of Puff all the way out here, right? Y'all, it wasn't like people in New York didn't already know what they was dealing with when they was getting in bed with Puff, no pun intended. Like, didn't y'all know?
Well, see, the difference is. Oh, go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Cross. I was just saying I ain't hear nothing about Puff on those type of angles until the stuff started hitting the internet. Yeah, I mean, I think certain things, a lot of stuff back then was a lot different before the internet had hit, where you had to be in that circle. Other than that, you had to have known somebody that was in that circle to hear them stories. But I ain't hear that. I ain't hear the freak stuff about Diddy until.
Well, blog. Hey, salute to you, by the way, bro. I like when we was chopping it up last time. Salute to you, by the way.
Definitely. Much love,
Yeah.
always.
And Big E, you probably right, but see, here's the thing, E. It's the reason why y'all heard these stories because, again, like he said, y'all had to have some link to some industry people. Where some,
No, Cross. See, that's what I'm saying. The very first person I heard say that long time ago, and I didn't even know who she was Wendy Williams. She was on a radio show with Charlemagne, right? I didn't even know I didn't know who none of them was.
Right.
So what I'm saying was she was saying that way back. Dude, let me tell you, Wendy Williams is the first one I heard that say that Puffy was alternative. A lot of them quote unquote gangster rappers and rappers in the industry is alternative, and it's a gay mafia that run hip hop.
Right.
Wendy Williams is literally the first person I heard say that damn near 30 years ago, bro.
Well, what I'm saying is, Big E, you're absolutely right. The problem was during that time because the East Coast and a lot of us from the East Coast was so big. We was, like I said again, it was the music, but it wasn't the information. We was too busy in the streets. When you heard stuff like the Biggie Smalls and the old tapes, you listened to it, the Mobb Deeps, but you was already living that. So it was like, okay, but you're not thinking the industry. That's why a lot of the New York people.
Let me put it in these terms, Cross. Let me put it to you like this. Now we found out about Big L late, right? Like we didn't know, like y'all knew how nice Big L was, right?
Right.
But back then, if you'd have asked the average West Coast dude, have you heard this from Big L? He probably would have said no, because by the time Big L really was getting play out here like that, he had already met his demise. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm just saying that in the grand scheme of things, that I mean, come on, y'all was the Mecca. It was popping. Like those stories weren't happening out there already.
Well, let me say something. Let me say something real fast. This is gonna be really quick. Everybody on the panel, there's nothing wrong with your eyes, right? There's nobody blind on the panel, right? Is nobody blind on the panel or seeing impaired?
No, we can all see.
Well, the first time I seen him, I knew something was sweet about him. There you go.
Look, No, I gotta say something on what Big. I got that was yeah. No, but look, I gotta just, you know what I'm saying, piggyback off of what Big E said. Like when it came to the music, like on the East Coast, like how we knew about a lot of people was the mixtapes. Like the mixtapes, we was getting all them underground rappers fast. Like the mix, back then. Anybody on the East Coast can vouch. We would know what dudes sound like, and they didn't even know what they look like.
Yeah,
I remember listening.
shout out to doo-wop. Shout out to the old doo-wop tapes. People don't know. We used to listen to it. Come on,
And
man.
Ron G and DJ Ron G
Ron
out of
G,
North
fact,
Carolina, Dayton, North
fact,
Carolina.
fact,
That's my man.
fact.
I knew that nigga personally. That's my boy. DJ
Fact.
Ron G, Dayton, North Carolina.
And they said Uzi Vert spent Jones at no Uzi Vert was above that. Now he was more so of a generational sacrifice like that. Like Diddy, them people at them Diddy parties, these was people with hopes to become music, you know what I'm saying, music legends and people that just wanted to be around the celebrities. Those are the people that Diddy took advantage of. Up and coming artists. When they hit Uzi, they had a different motive back then. Than what they did to the Uzi era. The Uzi era is a part of the Lil Nas X era and all of that, where it's like, bro, I remember hearing Uzi Vert. You know what I'm saying? I heard the youngins talking about him. This was during when they were still putting mixtapes out. I didn't know who he was. You know, the young dudes, they like, yo, Uzi this, Uzi that. Just like if y'all hear a younger rapper, he could be a guy from the streets, and they're sitting on mess with Meek, but they mess with Uzi. You know what I'm talking about? So it's just crazy where he was put as a plant to be like, it's all right to be like this. It's all right to wear red lipstick, just like Young Thug, just like Lil Nas X. All of them guys.
Hold on. Let me say something real quick. Let me say something. Let me say something 1 second. Yo, everybody that said Tupac was calling everybody from the East Coast gay. Did y'all see Tupac in a tub with all that gold on him, with all them white boys and Jewish boys standing over him, bucket neck in the tub, and he giggling with them news show? Let's keep it.
Bro, Tupac
was what I was gonna say too is, and that's elaborated too what Big E and Twiz was saying. Like for instance, Big E, a lot of people on the East Coast, if you go up and you ask them, "Hey, bro, have you ever heard of Straight Killer? What's that? SIBO. Have you ever heard of Birds in the Kitchen?" They're gonna look at you like, "What?" But on the West Coast, that was big. But then if you didn't know nothing about that artist, what happens is they didn't know that SIBO was beefing out there because of who he was, and we didn't know that he didn't got. I know it because I was a SIBO fan, but on the East Coast was really about bars, like you said, just bars. We wasn't into the storyline of stuff. They didn't give a fuck if that nigga was over there. But I mean, think about it. We called, and he was the greatest rapper. We called your boy the greatest rapper. He was overweight. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I had a comment like the last time I was up here with y'all when me and I think it was Ja. Now remember I told you I'm Old Testament, so if you old school, bro, I don't know what, it don't matter what region you in the 80s and early 90s, you pretty much grew up on East Coast rap. You know what I'm saying? I mean, see, I'm different than a lot of other people. I got Heavy D in my top 10. To me, Run DMC, EPMD is probably the best duo of all time. So, you know, that's just...
Hold on, Big Daddy Kane, my top 10 all time.
Right, even Biz Markie. I think Biz Markie would still kill it because nobody beats the Biz, bro. It's probably my second, third joint that I played.
Shout out to Eastwick. Biz Markie was raised in Elizabeth, New Jersey, Eastwick. And but I gotta keep it real.
Okay, so now with that being said, right?
Hold on, parts out. Big Daddy Kane did write his rap for me.
Okay, now with that being said, to me, this is my personal opinion. To me, when the East Coast rappers started rapping like boys in the hood and wanted to be hoodsters, that's when the game, to me, changed. Because again, by me being old school, I didn't want to hear nobody from the East Coast say how gangster they was, not saying they wasn't, but I like your bars. You get what I'm saying? Like, like, nigga, we was like, at least I was mesmerized with the bars, bro. Couldn't nobody do that but dilly 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 D, like Heavy D. You know what I'm saying?
Dilly D.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was about the bars. Then all of a sudden, everybody wanted to be gangsters. It's like, goddamn, where your bars at, bro? Like, for example, you remember I said, it's no way in hell that nobody is going to ever tell me that Nelly is a better rapper than Chris, but Nelly tripled his sales. But, you know, it's like, come on, bro, he's not a better rapper than Chris, bro. I don't care what nobody say. I don't.
Hold on. One second. Let me play this video, y'all. Let me play this video for y'all real quick. Let me play this video. Hold on. Here we go. I want to get this out there real quick.
Just released Bad Boys
The Howard
2
Stern.
soundtrack. We'll talk about that. You know, whatever else.
But it is fun.
It is stupid though, Ron.
What do you think of the movie?
Stupid.
The movie's great.
You like the movie?
Yeah, I love
Are
it.
you just saying it because you're in business with these guys, or you really like it?
No, I don't really like a lot of movies that's out now. So this one right here, it was definitely entertaining.
Why don't you
Got some
produce
money for it.
movies? Do you ever produce them?
Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to. It's been over the last couple of years, just really taking my time learning about it.
You know, I'm always trying to figure you out. You seem to have an endless supply of money. I mean, you really have hit the big time.
No, that's not true at all.
Are you one of the richest men in America?
No, not at all.
What do you think you're good
I
for
wish.
a year? Because like I'll read in the paper that one night you'll spend $150,000 just on people's champagne. Like
Right,
you go to a club,
I saw that the other day.
and that to me is always risky. You know.
Yeah, so it's a lot of myths involved in that. You know, I guess when, you know, like years ago, maybe I would buy a couple of bottles and share it with the people, and then everything gets exaggerated. You know, share it with my friends. But
So you didn't spend $150,000 on Cristal the other night?
Nah, I don't have it like that. Not
You don't?
yet. No, sir.
But what
I wouldn't do that though anyway. Though I wouldn't put it to waste like that.
When I read in the newspaper that you bought an ex-girlfriend a Rolls Royce, for example, because she's getting married or something,
It's fair use.
is that true?
No, I definitely wouldn't do it crazy like that.
You're not buying ex-girlfriends anything.
Yeah, why?
Oh, no, I mean, I would, but I'm not doing nothing.
Rolls Royce.
That's insane.
That's ridiculous. That is insane. Because I was going to do an intervention and say, look, you work hard for your money.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Come on, we've known each other too long. Come on now.
I saw you. Last time I saw you was at that big party that Clive Davis threw.
Yes.
You were sitting next to the hottest chick I ever saw in my life, next to my girlfriend. What the? A fine-looking black woman. Do you even know who I'm talking about?
You talking about Naomi? Naomi Campbell.
No, forget Naomi.
He said Naomi was there, but the other girl that he didn't know was even better.
You had a hot chick to your left and a hot chick to your right. And remember, there was Naomi on your left. Well, I guess you're banging.
No, I'm not touching that out.
Really?
What? I didn't hit that.
Too out of control?
What, are you
No.
afraid of her?
What is she nuts? No.
Is she
Just
nuts?
strictly friendship. I'm not just hitting everything I know or anything like that, Howard.
But what about this girl?
I don't do that.
Do you know which girl I'm talking about? The one on your right?
One on my right. No.
You don't even remember who that was?
Oh, come on.
No, there's a lot of dinners. There's a lot of friends, you know.
Wow.
I was trying to call him out.
This chick wanted it,
You
too.
would remember this girl.
She's so wanted. She's all over you, dude.
Huh?
You
Like, really?
This is weird. Every moment I've ever sat next to a hot chick is well documented in my head. He's forgetting.
Are you getting that much poontang? You don't even remember.
I don't remember that one. I mean, I remember having a good time. We had a ball.
Are you saying this because you're probably involved with another woman now?
No, not at all.
Are you in a steady relationship?
Yes.
You are.
Oh.
Say it ain't so.
Wow.
Come on.
Is that bad for you to admit that you're in a steady relationship because your girlfriends will hear that and then think, well,
They'll all think it's me.
who's the girl you're in a steady relationship with?
I got back with the mother of my child. Her name is
Oh,
Kim.
really?
Yeah.
So maybe that's who you saw him with. She's gorgeous.
I don't know.
She
Yeah,
is
maybe that's
really
what you saw.
beautiful.
Maybe we'll leave it alone.
Yeah, that was her. Come to think of it, Robin.
Wait a minute. Come on, that was a big party. You know who you took.
Nah, that wasn't.
They
That wasn't.
drilling
That wasn't.
today.
It was.
Oh my God! We caught you.
Whatever.
Boy, that chick's hot. Whoever that chick is. Who is that chick sitting next to you? I mean, I'm not saying you banged her, but who was that?
I don't know.
That was Martin Lawrence.
Whoa. No, that was not Marlon.
Whoa.
I don't really remember.
It's a lot of stuff. And I watched this video. This is a wild video, bro. He said it wasn't Martin Lawrence. Oh, this is the coldest video. That's why I wanted you to play this. Howard Stern, he kept asking, who was the hot chick? He know who it was. She obviously wasn't the appropriate age or something, because he don't tell me he don't remember.
But yo, what about that? What? Oh, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
No, you good. I was saying I don't think this stuff ever changed. But I know you about to land and all that, Born. But I think we also need to get back to what Big E was talking about, because he had like he had a point as well, as far as why did the music change on the East Coast, if you think about it, back when it was more peace rap and certain rappers were in position. You wasn't hearing these type of things. It wasn't until we saw the change of the hip hop game.
I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Started getting crazy.
I'm gonna tell you why, Twiz. Know why? Because remember back when NWA came out with that hardcore rap, that gangster rap, they were selling dramatically. It was outselling East Coast artists by a landslide. So they was like, you know what? Let's get back to our gangster shit. Let's get back to our KRS One. KRS One's gangster. Let's get back to Coogee rap. Let's do that. And that's when, yo, Street Beat TV, I'm gonna send you the link, yo. That's when that gangster rap started blowing up again. Boy, my bad.
No, but what I'm saying is, all of a sudden, those lyrical wizards, like them legendary artists, all of a sudden became thugs. And it's like, bro, we love y'all for your lyrical prowess, not what you do in the streets. See, again, for us, I mean, even though it was the same thing on both coasts, but again, long before rap, long before NWA, when I walked outside my door, it was Crips and Bloods, pimping and hoeing, and niggas was out there selling dope and gangbanging. So when rap came along, that was just put on wax. You get what I'm saying? It ain't like I'm not saying Tupac was a thug, but I'm saying that lifestyle was out here before them rappers even started rapping about it. I mean, it was the same thing in New York. People was out there robbing, people was out there stealing, killing, jacking. Like the lifestyles was already there. You get what I'm saying?
But that's the thing. I think that either Born or Cross just said was the simple fact that when the West Coast was doing it, they started adding up what the profits is. So you got all these guys from the streets. They not trying to hear all of that, especially when we talking about New York. You know what I'm saying? You know how them streets was, just how Cali was. So once you got a different group of people that's rapping about what's really going on, now those older rappers that had a different message, they was out of touch with the younger people that was coming up buying those albums. I don't know who background is. That John crazy though, but
that's Johnny Button, his puppy.
Oh
yeah, somebody was snapping.
Yeah, but that's where the profit came in at, because at the end of the day, I know I heard a lot of people, like even when like Pac and them was alive, where they was saying, oh, the East Coast, like when Snoop came out and was like, East Coast don't got love for Dr. Dre and Snoop. No, the East Coast always had love for them, because what you see who really loved too was when we had to go buy them albums and they saw what was selling off them racks. So just like they had that movie CB4, when they went to sit down and get the deal, they was making a joke about it, but it was true. He was like, is y'all ignorant? Do y'all got guns? Do y'all not? You know what I'm saying? He was asking them questions about that, because that's really how them labels was. So you might have had people that was inspired by that peace rap, and when they was trying to hand their mixtapes off to them labels, they wasn't trying to hear that. They like, this don't sell no more. You ain't got no gangster stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was a systematical joint with as far as that.
Well, just think about it. You just hit the head on it, just like now. You know, before, let's say 4 or 5 years ago.
Hold on one second.
Let Cross.
Yo, Street Media TV. I just sent you the link. I texted to you, bro. I'm gonna text it to you again.
You gotta pin the link in the comments, Born. So if anybody.
No, he gonna send it to his phone. I think he said he sent it to him. Yeah, but no, what I was saying was, think about 4 or 5 years ago when we all sat around and everybody was like, man, what's going on in Chicago? Even let's go 7, 8 when the academic, man, what's going on in Chicago, man? This drill rap stuff, this need to stop. Now, because it's a big business, guess what? Everybody doing it. Now you got New York doing it now. Now you got all these people that's pushing all this getting sturdy now. Now it's getting sturdy. It's just crazy. It's like, again, instead of having their own identity, people just jump on well, what's new and what's going good right now.
Right. Like whatever was hot, bro. Because like I said, the hip hop heads appreciated the artists for what they was, you know what I'm saying? Like for your lyrical prowess, at least the true hip hop heads, it's like, come on, bro. You don't need to try to rap gangster like to the people that like you for who you are. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, I use Keith Murray. Keith Murray, to me, he got bars. But ain't nobody trying to hear you be a Crip or no blood. Don't nobody respect that from you. I want to hear your lyrics.
But
like, keep it back.
You got to remember the generation and where you at mentally. You know how the level that you on, the average young guy, they not seeing it like that. Because you got to remember, you got the West Coast gangster rap. Then they dropped Don't Be a Menace. Then they dropped Menace to Society. The impact was just crazy how it was. So they didn't really care about sending a positive message. The positive message was working because at the time when hip hop started, you gotta think about that. We talking about, you got the Black Panther Party and all of that. Like, it was a lot behind that. You had you know what I'm saying, a lot of the you know what I'm saying, the gods and everything that was involved in hip hop. So it was like a whole different type of wave and stuff like that. But when the West Coast was doing that gangster stuff, even before, like when NWA was out, like all my older cousins and all of them, they was like, you know, we loved them. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lot younger, so of course I know who they was, but I wasn't there when they, you know what I'm saying, when they hit the music scene. So I think it just changed the world. And just like look at how the music is now. It's like half the stuff these young boys listen to, we can't relate. We might see them coming out dressed a certain way, but the younger generation love it, and that's what's selling. That's why MC is not going to sell as much streams as a Lil Durk or something, because it's like the timing of the music. It's just that's why they understand that that's how they can control the culture, how they can control the minds of the youth, and it was a systematical situation.
Can I add on to that?
Absolutely.
All right, I'm glad you just made the comment you made about the systematical, because when we go back to the beginning of the hip hop era, and you go into the Rapper's Delights, the Fatback Band, the Curtis Blow, this was party music. It was rap had funk mixed up with it sometimes, and soul. It was party. They was doing it to have fun. They was making some money, and then it had changes through the eras. It had a little bit of changes. You have the conscious era, because KRS-One, he first started off criminal minded. He was talking 9mm Go Bang.
Yeah, one of my top 5 albums of all time, mind you.
But after Scott LaRock got killed,
hold on 1 second, y'all. Here goes Street Team Media TV. Salute, bro. Appreciate you coming in the platform, man.
Salute.
What it do, Street Media? What it do?
What's going on, y'all? Hold on, let me move this over real quick.
We got George Macon in the building, y'all.
What's going on? Hey, I was listening. I was in here barbecuing. I had to jump on real quick because I was listening. But a lot of people, like when Biggie, when you come from the West Coast, like people got to understand the history of hip hop, right, on the East Coast. Because if you go to the 70s during the disco era, New York, Philadelphia, if you look up Philadelphia in 1974 was the gang capital, right? It was the gang capital of the country. And Brooklyn, New York, Philadelphia, they like was ravaged with gangs. So hip hop was starting to permeate during that time, and they was creating hip hop to stop the gang war. That's how you got a lot of those crews. A lot of those crews formed because they would break dance instead of fighting and all that kind of stuff. Because it was the murder rate was like through the roof at that time, early mid 70s. coming out of the disco era. So when you get to like the hip hop, that aspect of hip hop, as a kid, a lot of that stuff wasn't allowed. Like it was frowned upon. Late 70s, early 80s, talking that stuff because you had gangster rappers like Just Ice and Schoolie D. Schoolie D was the one that really introduced that gangster style of rap to the West Coast.
Yeah, he was the first gangster rapper. Fact.
Yeah, but Schoolie
Yeah,
D.
but okay, let me ask you something though. Let me ask y'all something. Okay, are y'all saying? Well, I got two questions. Number one, let me ask Force. Hey, Force, if Scott LaRock would have never, if Scott LaRock would have never met his demise, do you think Chris would have still been rapping that style? And number two, see, to me, okay, when on the East Coast, like, okay, I don't know if y'all was looking at that as a style, but when NWA came out, they was just rapping about what was going on outside, like, and I saw somebody in the comments that said, yeah, you're right. It was on a few of them dudes, but the one y'all made fun of the most was the most gangster other than Easy. Y'all don't really know how Dre was. My sister went to school with Dre.
But listen, E, this is what I'm trying to tell you. When you look at Just Ice and you look at Schoolie D, Parkside 5-2, PSK stand for Parkside Killers. He's talking about what's going on outside, but at that time in the era, it was frowned upon because the gangs had ravaged the city, like tore the cities apart. So hip hop at that time, when you have Funk, Box, Rock the Spot, those was all black parties to stop the gang war, to stop the killings. So that style was frowned upon, even though Schoolie D was still the shit. Ice-T saw that and was like, damn, them niggas, that nigga rapping about what we doing over here. So he hold
on, pause up. And Ice-T is not from Cali, he's from New Jersey.
He's from New Jersey, right. So what I'm saying is, in the history of it, while Schoolie D was doing that, and Just Ice and other groups, the industries at that time was pushing more of the Treacherous Three, because even when you go back to The Message, 1980, listen to Beat Street. Listen to the lyrics in B Street. He talking that shit about what they doing outside. He just put in a song. Go listen to the message at the end. Broken glass everywhere.
Okay, what about the question? Okay, what about what I asked for? About if Scott LaRock wouldn't have met his demise, do you think he would still been going that way?
Do I think he would have still stayed gangster, or do I think he would have went positive?
No, would he have stayed gangster? Like, would it have been, where he, like, would he have stayed going gangster, or would he have went the way that he went after Scott LaRock?
My belief is that he would have stayed gangster, and I'm going to evidence it by after Scott LaRock got killed during the first album,
87.
Criminal Minded.
87.
Correct.
So by all means necessary hadn't come out yet. So when he made By Any Means Necessary, that still was towards the gangster side.
Right.
And then but it was part of his transformation, because the song By Any Means Necessary, he was talking about the rap audience growing up. So he was making his conversion there.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
why I disagree.
And then as you don't have you can disagree all you want.
No, not what you're saying. Not what you're saying from that aspect. I let you finish. I'm sorry.
So as the albums progressed, he started changing. But guess what else changed? His record sales.
That's a fact.
So then he started. All right, well, Love's Gonna Get You. Like he started putting a little bit of stuff back in there to get the audience. And just like the brother was saying a little earlier, when it comes down to the industry, the artists are not the ones that's dictating the flow.
Nope.
So they will tell you, if you're trying to shop your tape or your demo or whatever you want to call it, and you go and they're like, listen, this is not what's out. You can have the fierest lyrics in the world, and this ain't it. Because even at that time, when KRS-One was doing that, guess who was outselling him? Heavy D, Songs, Public Enemy. They was tight conscience, but they had stuff that was conscious.
Kid and
but
Play.
you could play it. But you could play it at but you could play it at the party.
Yep.
So it was like, and just like the brother interjected, Kid and Play. You had several groups, and I'm talking about East Coast groups that were musically inclined. It wasn't all about their lyrics. Rob Ace, he was a party guy.
Yeah.
He got like 3 hits to his name, but they was hot. It was party.
Yeah, it was.
And then once the consciousness came in, it didn't last long because them guys wasn't selling much. Rakim embodied the God body factor.
But Rakim was dope out here though. He had much play out here. Like, bro, everybody was playing Paid in Full, My Melody. Like, this what I'm saying, bro. We love East Coast rappers.
But
he was different. But then even his lyrics, you start talking about bash your face in. He started changing too because the flow of hip hop being dictated by the powers that be was pushing for our people to start talking more violence, to put more violence in our communities.
Okay, let me ask you all this.
Going for it.
Let me ask you this, Force. Let me ask you this, and Street Media. Okay, we know about Minister Society and Boys in the Hood, etc. Okay, what would you classify Juice as?
Juice
That's East Coast. That's
Juice
New
is
York.
East Coast, but that's the 90s. See,
No, I'm saying is that gangster or is that just a teenage story? Is what I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you, it's gangster, but you got to understand it's a carryover. See, because remember when we talked about KRS-One, we left out my 9mm Goes Bang, right? That was one of the first really big. That was super gangster. Like he telling a story about being in a crack house and niggas come to rob and he clap him, right? So you got that. You got Cool G Rap Road to the Riches, and he telling you these stories, right? But again, though the party style on the East Coast was selling more. Once you get into the 90s, you had that underground that was already there. So the underground started to come out to the top. So Juice is just a reflection of the streets. That's all it was. It's just that was New York City in 1992 with 2,500 homicides.
All right,
right.
Let us classify this a little bit differently so that we could get a better perspective of it. Boom. Road to the Riches is cutting edge street. When you talk about F the Police and stuff like that, this is more gangster. And I'm specifically saying street versus gangster because
that wasn't gangster to me though.
Just
that was more
political. It doesn't have to be gangster to you.
No,
I'm just let me finish. Just let me finish. Boom. And I'm talking about. I'm not talking about just the song. I'm talking about that album. It's Straight Outta Compton. That's the name of the album. Not F the Police. That was one of the cuts off Straight Outta Compton. Now, when they talking about killing people, rape, and all, this is NWA. This is what they're talking about. So this is an album full of that. So I'm saying street. When you're saying Road to the Riches, you're talking about standing on a block selling cooked up rock. That's street. That's street. You're talking about street stuff. We're doing street stuff. You're talking about shootouts and all that stuff all day, every day. That puts it on another level. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the West Coast took it up a notch because it's like you listening to 8 to 10 songs of killing.
Hold on, I'm going to cut y'all off, but I ain't planning to go 2 hours. And I got an interview tonight with Layla Wells. She's doing she did the documentary on the Zulu Nation, the Africa Rebata. She interviewed me tonight at 5 o'clock. So right. I didn't want to cut y'all off. I didn't want to cut you off. I'm grateful for everybody come up. You know what I'm saying? We on track. This is it's a dope bill. Once I log into this interview, I'm gonna send all y'all a link so you can check it out. It's gonna be some hip hop. It's gonna be hip hop historian shit. And I don't know, Johnny Button, Little Wills. She from the Bronx like you, so I know you might know who she is.
I'm gonna check it out.
She the one that stopped the try to stop Africa Rebata from getting into hip hop fame in Bronx.
Okay.
Street Team Media.
Hey,
You know it.
you ought to fire it up. Before you go, Born, before y'all go, just another question about and I agree with everything Force said, right? But when you say now bring it just to Chris real quick. To me, Poetry was still the dopest song on that album. Now that's just to me. Poetry is like one of my top 5 dopest songs of all. Even with the 9mm,
it was a good
even
song.
with all that, Poetry still was the dopest. Like he put his foot all the way in that song. But what I'm saying,
it really was.
On the gangster tip. Now on the gangster, now I ain't talking about that way out stuff, right? But I'm saying the dope selling, the shootouts, the all that was actually happening already. So when you put that on wax, is that really gangster rap, or is he telling you what was happening in the hood?
No,
like
that
what's
wasn't
like? Why do you separate it?
That was street talk. That was street talk. But to me, like even
hold on, 1 second. I just got word that Sean P. Diddy Combs is in North New Jersey at the same federal facility I was at. Yes, I just got it. Moved him. So he about to start talking. But yo, let me get let me show all y'all love.
Hey, salute. Thanks for having me up, champ.
Salute everybody. Much love and respect to everybody.
Show, man. I'm about to do this show right now. Yo, I'm gonna send y'all the link. All y'all gonna send y'all the link. I appreciate yo. Street Media TV. Salute. Yo, Johnny Button Jr. Salute.
Salute, JP.
Twins.
Salute, Cross.
I'm send all y'all the link to the show, yo. So y'all be prepared. I'm about to go on now.
All right,
cool. Much love and respect to everybody.
Yo, we ain't no Bloods or no Crip. We doing our own thing. BTB TV has started its own game. Like, nigga, what?